Welcome to Fishing on Northwest. Duane and Tommy Donlin.
What do you think, Tommy? It's the best. There you go. I was not going to drink my buddy's homemade wine. Living Northwest wild. Hunting, fishing is my kind of style. I float the Wainuchi when it gets hot. I'm proud I own the things that I've got.
Hello and welcome to Fish on Northwest. Duane England and Tommy Tuna Donlin.
That's right, man. God, it was good out there.
Tommy Tuna Donlin, my goodness. You guys put a whooping on.
Yeah, fished 3 days straight, put up 157 fish. And it was pretty much go out into the zone, start trolling, hook up on the troll, convert to live bait, make one long live bait drift, and you're done. Plug the boat.
Heading back
each time, headed back in for brunch.
That is phenomenal. Here we are mid-September.
That's right.
A lot of people are thinking, oh, you know, go do this now, go do that. And as long as the weather holds,
right,
the tuna fishing is going to continue. So
that's
good
right.
for you guys. That's outstanding. Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the program today. So glad you take some time and join us. Once again, Tommy, lots of great content, information to bring to the folks tuning in. We've had a busy week. You spent the weekend on the tuna grounds. Jordan and I spent the first part of the week here at Fish Camp.
Yes.
Which we'll kind of get into, and had a great time. Had to deal with some wind at Columbia River Gorge in certain areas, man. I'm telling you, it can gets pretty blowy out there. So that being said, we had a great time, interacted with a lot of folks, and then we just returned literally last night, 1 a.m. I pulled into the driveway.
That's a turn and burn right there.
That's a turn and burn, but this is an event for outfitters, guides, companies in the industry that want to interact and get input from persons that like wear their items or articles of outerwears and layered wares and sunglasses, and just a lot of corporate representatives there and sales folks and whatnot. Really great to sit down and talk to these people and kind of mix it up and get out and fish and stuff. So used to be an annual event, Fish Camp. Folks probably heard me back in the day talk about it, even back when we were doing radio. Ed Iman used to run Fish Camp. And it was this collective, right? And it was always great to spend time with those folks and kind of mix it up. And you take some media folks like Jordan and I, and there's a bunch of writers there, from Wisconsin and Montana, and just they pulled them in, and you put media folks and then outfitters and company representatives and stuff in boats with guides, and you go on fish, and hey, conversations happen. That's where you kind of get some intel and talk about things going on within the industry, folks, right? So you can kind of bring it out to the people, and everybody's kind of just relaying information, like what are you hearing, what are you taking in? It's just so it's been gone for a couple of years, but Work Sharp and the Dallas Area Chamber of Commerce, Columbia PFG, Smith Eyewear, I think are Cricket, or Columbia River Knife and Tool, and a host of other companies. They brought it back. Work Sharp carrying the line share of the load, and the Dallas Chamber of Commerce feeding everybody. But just it was a personal invite for Jordan and I to go spend a few days there as media and get out and fish, and we just had a great time.
That's awesome. Great time. I need to set something up like that for the saltwater folks.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Fish camp and saltwater, and kind of pull in those types of groups, those people representing certain elements in the industry, because everybody benefits. If you're watching the show going, what do I care about Fish Camp? Well, it's interactions amongst those folks in industry that take and go back to their companies and go, hey, did you know about this? And there's a lot of things that come of that, right? So, we enjoy showing up, meeting, talking with new folks, and fishing, of course, and filming content and stuff. So it was great. I would say my peak outdoor moment of the week would have to be sitting there, standing by, watching Jordan fight Chinook salmon that are peeling the reel and skirting across the surface and tearing it up, and just watching him smile, right? Because he's in here far too often. He's not out on the water often enough. And it was nice to be back there side by side with him and observe that. So, and
that's interesting. You were spending time with your son. I got my 4-year-old
son
out on the tuna grounds. He caught his first tuna. Absolutely phenomenal.
That there is that trumps Jordan. That is your peak outdoor moment of the week. Let's go there. All right, running down the show, and we got a good one. Mike Zavadlov, Mike Z's Guide Service, Mike Z's Guide Service, Coastal Summer Run Steelhead. Tommy, how good was it, and is it still on? Also, Sea-Run Cutthroat. This has my attention because this is awesome. Part 2 with Mike Z, looking ahead to fall salmon. We are, if you didn't know, under emergency regulations right now, but lucrative limits are coming for the fall season. Mike has all the details. You're going to want to listen to what he has to say. As mentioned, we just returned from fish camp. A windy and wild day on the Columbia River below Bonneville Dam. Chinook fishing with Aaron Peterson. Peterson's Northwest Guide parts 1, 2, and 3. We're bringing to you on today's show, and you will enjoy this. I guarantee it. Then also we're going to check in with Michael O'Casey with the TRCP. Don't know what that is. It's the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. What is it all about? What's going on there, and how does it benefit you? Well, Mike is joining us to tell you all about it. So don't go anywhere. Jump out real quick. Coming back with Mike Z, Mike Zavadlov, and Mike Z's Guide Service. After the break, right here, Fish Hunt Northwest. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you towards living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dreams through every stage of your home buying or selling process. And through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
Welcome back to the program. Glad to have you here. First up on the docket today here, Thomas, Mike Zavadlov. Mike Zavadlov, or we just call him Mikey Z because it doesn't matter how you spell it or say it. He responds to that time and time again. Mike, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you finally back on the show.
I'm doing great. Doing great, guys. How are you doing?
Oh, we're good. We're
Excellent.
good. So want to cover a ton with you. We're going to get right to it. So Summer Run Steelhead out there on the OP. Sounded like pretty good season. We've had a lot of fisheries performing very well. So kind of back us up briefly, real quick about how the season performed. And hey, is it still an opportunity out there? Water's extremely low. Can you still find them this time of year, mid-September?
You bet. Yeah, we can still find them out here. It started off good this year. A lot better than the last 10 years, I'd say. We fish started showing up mid to late July and just kept coming in. And even though the water's really low, they kept trickling in. And so we've got some really good opportunities even now, even with the low water. They're stacking up pretty good, like in the lower Kalawa and stuff. And now that bait's open down there, it's those fish that have been in there all summer, smell something good. And so that's a good opportunity for summer runs. So.
Heck yeah, Mike. So, hey, September's usually, that's go time to go chase these summer runs. But you guys have been dealing with these really extremely low water conditions. Is it still possible to get them when the water's that low?
Yes, it is. But definitely you got to scale way down, go down on 6-pound test, fluorocarbon, small floats, small jigs. You got to go small because, they've been in there for, a couple months, so they've seen a lot. But if you just scale down, you can get them.
Hey, so I gotta ask you this question too. So what is your thought? So we had a regulation change from no bait to bait. I wanted to get your input on that. Is that a good deal, bad deal? Are there going to be too many fish caught as a result of that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, when we have, no bait, it's definitely a little more challenging, especially for the kings. But when you open that bait up, those kings get hammered on pretty good. So it's kind of a catch-22. Bait's great because you catch fish, but those poor kings get hammered pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in low warm water too. That's not good on these early fish, right? So,
Right.
So we still got opportunity out there in this low water with these kind of residual steelhead still kind of hanging around. Got some salmon dipping in, but before we start talking salmon with these low conditions, you got some Sea-Run Cutthroat opportunity out there. It sounds like pretty good time of year. They a little on the aggressive side. What's kind of a great go-to as far as finding these guys? Where are you going to find these cutthroat in this low water?
So a lot of times you'll find them at the heads of the holes where the riffles are coming in, where it drops off, because they're nosing up in the tops of the holes because that's where the food is.
Yeah.
This time of year we're starting to get some good caddis hatches, really good October caddis hatches, and that's why fishing gets really good this time of year.
So talk about that a little bit. Is that a good opportunity to run a dry fly or maybe get some of that light spinning gear out? What does that program look like for those Sea-Run Cutties?
Oh yeah, the dry fly this time of year is the best. And we're using the chubby Chernobyls, which is an antron ring wing with foam bodies. Represents a lot of different insects, stimulators, 14s, up to 12s, and they're just great dry fly. And what's nice this time of year is you'll see them popping on the surface, and you just line up with them and feed it to them, and they eat it.
Huh?
Right.
Are you mostly running like just a single presentation? You ever run like a dual rig setup, little nymph on there or something as well, or kind of go into a little bit of presentation, maybe length in between the two offerings, give folks an idea of how they should kind of put that together.
Unfortunately, one lure on the peninsula. Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Steelhead rules, so it doesn't matter what you're targeting, right? Yeah.
No, it's one. You got to either use a nymph rig, but I'll tell you, we don't catch a lot of cutties on nymphs. It's more either we're swinging like streamers, dry fly fishing, or if we do swing anything, it's a soft hackle, which is representing a merger, a caddis emerger. But otherwise, we don't really. We've nymphed a lot, and we don't seem to produce like you do with the dry flies or stripping, spiders and stuff for soft tackles.
Yeah. And you kind of said, the heads of holes. Couple reasons. One, it's kind of the conveyor belt of where the feed's coming through when those flies drop into the water. Two, it's the most oxygenated water, especially when the water conditions get a little warmer. So makes sense. You're going to probably find summer steelhead and those cutties up at the head of the water, wouldn't you?
Yep. You just never know. You'd be stripping in your fly, and all of a sudden, here comes a fish. It's like, oh, that's not a cutty.
That's a steelhead. Yeah, for sure.
Steelhead.
Yeah, well, it sounds like great time of year. You can either with the one hand or two-handed bug rod and or light spinning gear, as Tommy kind of alluded to, a small presentation, 1/16 ounce jigs. You could put a little bait on there if you were so inclined to really get that protein stimulation, because these critters are hungry. They've been in there for quite some time. So artificials seem to get it done pretty good though in low clear water. So
it does.
They're aggressive.
Spinning rods. Use little spinners, rooster tails.
Yeah.
Little spoons. They really like those. Or twitching jigs. I twitch for them too.
Oh, sure.
Little
black jigs.
Yep.
Perfect. Hey, tell you what, these low water conditions not only impacting opportunity for summer run steelhead late season here in these cutthroat, but we've kind of transitioned to some emergency regulations that have been implemented due to low water as it relates to our fall season coming. So hold on through the break. We're going to come back, talk about some rule changes and the lucrative limits we get to look forward to as the season progresses and the rains come. So don't go anywhere. Jump out real quick break. We'll be back with Mikey Z right after this. Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied Boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Sportco, an outdoor emporium, is the largest local outfitter in the Northwest since 1975, providing thousands of people affordable outdoor gear. This summer, make your next outdoor adventure more affordable by shopping at our warehouse-style pricing. We are a local Scotty dealer, offering sales, service, and repair. Located in Fife and Seattle, come visit us today. The outdoors await you.
All right, welcome back here to the show. Still hanging with us, Mike Z, Mike Zavadlov, Mikey Z, or Mike Z's Guide Service. Hey, Mike, sounds like and you can correct me if I'm wrong, sounds like we already have some implementation of regulation changes due to low water. Talk a little bit about that, which rivers might be impacted currently, and what folks need to be aware of.
Yeah, so pretty much all the rivers went to a one adult fish. The Salduck was 3. Kuyu was 3, but it went to a 1 fish, which means 1 adult. Like the hoe is 1 adult, can be either a king or coho wild, but the Bogashio, Kalawa, Salduck, Kuyu, 1 fish has to be either 1 wild Chinook or 1 hatchery coho. No wild coho retention.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we get to the point where WDFW, can open all of these rivers because we have enough rain, what does enough rain look like to them? Like, what are they looking for in order to be able to open it and utilize the full regulation and retention opportunity?
So, at least a couple inches of rain where we get these rivers to rise up and get enough fish on the upper system. That's usually the problem this time of year. All those fish are holding the lower rivers, the lower hoe, down in the Kuyu, down the very bottom, and they just don't want to move up very far. And so once we get, a couple good inches of rain, 3 would be even better. Get those rivers up, because it takes a lot of rain to get these rivers to come up when they're this low. Mm-hmm. They'll come. The problem is they'll come up fast and then also drop fast.
Yeah.
So
yeah, will they open that back up then to regulations that were set with agreed to fisheries, such as the Salduck? We get back to 3 fish once we have the water.
I would say, yeah, unless we get a ton of rain in October, it probably won't be till November 1st.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's my opinion, unless we get a lot of rain in mid-October.
Right.
Where we get, where the Salduck gets up to 10 boards, where we get plenty of water in there, where they're all the way up in there. So we got to get fish all the way up in the upper system. So, which is what we all want.
Sure. Yeah.
We all like to fish, though, but we also want those fish for the future. So we need to get those fish in those upper. And that's what we've been struggling for the last 10, 15 years, getting those fish. Those early fish need to get up in there.
Gotcha. Well, the rain's going to show up eventually, right? And
it always does.
Rivers, it's the Olympic rainforest, so we can count on it. Hey, once we got good water, drift boat or raft, a foot, whatever your preference is. But talk a little about some of your favorite techniques that you'll be putting out there in front of these Chinook and coho on some of your rivers when we get that opportunity.
Yeah, so like fishing kings, I still love plug fishing. I still love running my 13s and my 15s out there, wrapped. But for cohos, twitching, Jared Katie's, Get 'em Dry jigs have been working awesome. The purples and the blacks with the chartreuse heads or orange heads, or the blue ones work really good. Just the standard stuff. But color, pretty much if you have confidence in it, it'll work. Fishing the spinners. I like spinners in the hoe because the water seems to be more colored in the hoe, and they seem to bite spinners really well. But like the saw duck, you want to get them down and quick, and so that's why they work really good in the duck. And those fish can get a little stagnant in there from sitting in there for a bit, so the jigs work good in the duck.
Yeah, Katie's jigs are absolutely the best jigs, hands down.
They are.
They are. So I got a question about, I'm a saltwater guy, I will admit. And so the notion that coho can even become lockjawed is mind-boggling to me, but I know it absolutely happens in the river.
It's like, how does that happen?
So I'm just curious, there's a code involved. There's a certain set of lock code combination to unseal that locked jaw of that coho. And have you cracked the code? And what is your go-to to get those non-biters to bite?
Yes.
Sometimes you throw a glob of eggs and they're all over it. It's amazing what the eggs can do, but I've done really well on beads. It's crazy, but when they're stacked in there and you cut it, some on jigs, you cut some on spinners and they just get lethargic and they don't move, just run a small bead through them, size 12, 14, and they're eating it because it's in their mouth. It's not like you're they'll come over and grab it. But yeah, that's what I find. If I can't get them on anything else, I'll use a bead and bead through them.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
That's a little bit of good advice that most people won't
they
get out there. It's like when you're struggling, put a little small bead on there to downscale your presentation.
Especially when you can see them and they're lined up and you know exactly where they're at. You get the depth right where you're actually, they don't have to move very far to grab it, but they do grab it because you see your float go, it goes under quick. So they're definitely grabbing it.
Before we get out of here, you kind of mentioned the marabou jigs. Are you solely marabou, or do you twitch some of those hoochie jigs from time to time?
I started with hoochies before anybody knew about it. That's all we used. I still use
back in the day. They still work. Any openings? Hey, any openings coming up?
I do. I got some openings coming up next couple of weeks and early October. If anybody wants to go fishing, especially the cutthroat fishing, it's really good right now. It's just going to get better. So if anybody wants to fly fish for Sea-Run Cutties, let me know.
Yeah, fantastic. Best way for them to get a hold of you, your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, and just text me too.
Okay, fantastic. Well, always a pleasure, my friend. Never enough time, as we always say. So he is Mike Zavadlov, if you dare say it. Again, we don't care what you call him. Just call him and book a trip at Mike Z's Guide Service. Always a pleasure, my friend. We'll stay in touch.
To you guys, thank you very much for having me on.
Yep, take care.
Okay, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.
Mikey Z is a solid stick, and he will treat you to a fantastic day. And if you are thinking about it, don't think too long. Get in on some of that cutthroat fishing out there on the OP. You're going to totally enjoy it. Okay, jumping out for a break. Going to roll you right into some fantastic Columbia River Chinook salmon fishing with Aaron Peterson, Peterson's Northwest Guide, below Bonneville. This is what we did at Fish Camp. Tommy, as recent as just Tuesday.
Boom, you turned that video fast.
We were on the river Tuesday. This is what we did after the break right here, Fish on Northwest.
Support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
Yep, for sure. Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Oh, beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, geez, come on.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
You haven't been here, but you know it. You've heard the sounds, smelt the air, and you've seen where your heart lands, if not yet. You haven't been here, but you've longed for a destination near or far, where time spent with loved ones and friends will go into the night and last in memories for a lifetime. You haven't been here, but you're on your way to a place not far. ExploreTheDalles.com.
Peterson. Hey, Aaron. Nice to be back on your boat, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
Huh?
Year or two?
Yeah, a year or two. So this is gonna be great. Beacon Rock sitting behind us. I like it. We'll be over 400,000 today. By end of today, we'll be 400,000 over Bonneville. So we're below Bonneville. We're going to do our best to keep them from hitting 400,000 by intercepting as many as we can. But hey guys, good morning. Duane England, Fish Out Northwest, FHN on the water with longtime buddy. Give me your hand, mister. Aaron Peterson, Peterson Northwest Guide. We haven't fished together for a couple years.
Been a while.
So we're back at it. We're below Bonneville Dam and fishing Chinook, and you got coho in here too now.
Yep.
You've been on this stretch for a while?
Yeah, I've been upriver a little farther.
Okay.
Getting blown off today though.
We're actually upriver at Fish Camp. Work Sharp has reassembled Fish Camp on an invite. We'll tell you more about that later. That being said, we're about an hour upriver from here. But because of the wind, Aaron, we're down here fishing below Bonneville. It's not exactly calm, but it's doable.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got 5 rods in the water. Just daybreak now. We're getting started. I'm gonna bring you the day. Here we go.
Yeah, 46. Is that bait spinning back there good? Yeah. Good job.
$37 front.
Yes, please.
Did you say 35? Yeah.
Where are you going to?
That's not 37.
Yep.
35 is not 37. Okay, here we go. All right, we're fishing. For you.
Fish. Reel that up. Oh, is he there, Duane?
He's there. All right, first hookup. I like it. I'll try to keep him over here.
Sorry, I was going to try to keep us in gear there a little better.
That's all right. We'll just float. I'll just keep it out of the other gear.
Yep.
Not a real big fish. Nice fish. Keep it on the motor. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Make sure, George. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. Sorry, Duane, I'm not really driving on it.
No, you're good. I'm just
2 steps to your right.
You're all right.
Perfect.
I'm just controlling him.
Well, that was a good move to the finger.
Yeah. Nice job getting all the gear out of the way. Now he's starting to.
Well, as we're doing bat turns.
We're doing 360s out here.
I'm gonna go with the wind and let him be on our.
That's fine.
He's acting like he's got a shoulder on it.
Now, yeah, he's kind of picked up the game a little here.
Okay, go ahead and back up a little bit so I don't hit you with this net. Yep, perfect. Good job, thank you.
We got a skinny on back here, don't we? Okay, step back. Oop.
Well, he's sure
grabbing the weight. So, set that there. Brad's super bait.
Infected.
Really good morning color with that green on there.
Absolutely.
Right pop. Contrast to the pink, so.
Cloudy day.
Yeah. Well, obviously grabbed the first fish, so little buck.
Yeah.
And don't let the color on this fish be any concern. This thing will cut as red as those gills. So that's the quality of these fish up here. They just maintain their fats.
You gonna pop gill? You want a knife, Duane?
I can just pop it.
Okay.
Here's a little guy.
Fish, Kyle, same thing. Back rod, let's fish
32.
51-ish.
47, 32. I mean, you know, close enough.
They can only get bigger, Duane.
Yeah, buddy. That was just a warm up.
Infected, first fish.
Infected. They'll like it. How do you get it? Come on, Greg. Get on it. Yep.
How you doing? Having fun with them? Still there? Oh, is that little Jackie?
Little Jackie.
Little Jackie?
Good starter fish, Greg. Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Hey guys, I'm Big Mike. Come on down to the Edge Pro Shop and see me. We've got all the best brands under one roof. We've got Hawken, Procure, Short Bass, Pro Troll, Yakima Bait, Get 'em Dry Jigs, Northwest Bait Scent, Daiwa Reels, North Fork Lures, North Wild, Brad's, Superfly, Rocky Mountain Tackle, and of course, the greatest rods ever built, Edge rods.
.37 front.
Yes, please.
.37. It's 3 and a 7. Carry the 1. Pi squared. Equals fish on.
They are all over the gear too.
Come on. We're being a little finicky today.
They are, but
hammering.
We got quite the weather change.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be 2 fish a pass, 3 fish a pass.
Yeah. We'll get them. It's just going to take a little longer.
We're going to get them.
We'll get them. You know why? Because we always get them. Get it.
A different one up. Have fun with it, buddy. Have fun with it. Take your time, have fun.
Get the gear out of the way. It's out of the way.
2 steps to your right, buddy.
Right here by the boat. A little better fish. Good boy, Kyle. Oh, there we go.
Out that way for me. Good job. Good job. Then a nice sweeping lift. You gotta get to that lead ball for me.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Right on.
Good job, buddy.
I think they might like that plug. Are you kidding me?
3 takes on that.
3 takes on that. Back corner rod. It's been a hot rod this morning. Yeah, right on.
So we'd be tying 4 of those up tonight?
Yeah, maybe, yeah, huh? A little better quality fish right there. That about an average size for up there, Aaron?
Yep.
That we've been getting this year?
Yeah, what do you say, you're 12?
Yeah.
Maybe 13 with that belly?
Yeah, definitely a 10. Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little heavy.
You've been out here a while, you're delusional. No, that's a decent fish right there.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Grab that sucker, get a picture, Kyle. There you go.
You did a good job, Kyle.
There you go.
That's the burrito fish.
That is a burrito fish.
Good, I got one more. We can keep it going.
Oh. There we go. All right, getting ready to put this back out. This is pretty much, as long as I've known Aaron, pretty much standard rig for him. Now, he does like the color is lead, which easy to identify what size of lead it is when you color code them, so that's pretty convenient. 14 ounce here, and you know, simplicity, right? The VIP slider, which is really key. If this weight gets hung up in the net when you're netting a fish and the fish doesn't get in the net, takes off running, it's gonna slide through and allow the fish to keep moving and not snap the line a higher percentage of the time. So VIP slider to a dual lock, bead chain swivels, very important. These 360 flashers are constantly rotating and really helps to prevent line twists.
Hey guys.
Good boy, Greg. All other gear must come out of the water. He's there. Oh yeah, good fish. Good fish.
Acting like a real one, huh? Take a step to your right for me. Perfect, right up here. Sorry that
the chaos that is. Here we go. Greg's tied into a decent one here.
Yeah, when he went downriver on you? Your goal is to get that weight to the tip and then slowly lift over my shoulder.
Here we go. Get him. Nice.
Well, this is on fire.
100%. 4 fish, 1 plug. What? I didn't see that coming. I know.
Nope. Oops, sorry, Greg. That's what we're after, buddy.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. There you go. A little better quality, huh?
Exactly.
That one run, that thing took off. I was like,
and it switched directions.
Yeah, it did.
It did. Told you this microphone's gonna get real screamed into it.
Uh-huh.
Real.
Boy, that just barely fell out of there. Here you are, sir.
Sorry, it's bleeding, so be prepared for that.
All right. Nicely done. Been a while since you got a Chinook on the Columbia, huh?
First ever.
See, it's been a while.
Not too bad, huh?
Nicely done. Excellent. Dump that head in the bucket. We'll get this thing bled.
Montana meets Washington.
There you go.
I make my living catching fish, not only as a tournament angler, but as a guide as well. Catching fish is important, and Gamakatsu hooks for me, you know, they kind of help take the luck out of fishing a little bit just because they're a high quality hook. Obviously have a really good reputation for being very strong and very sharp. Gamakatsu, I use their products every day in the boat and, you know, big part of my success.
All Defiance boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why all boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. All Defiance boats come standard with large fish boxes that are fully insulated so that you can ice your fish properly all day. All Defiance boats are foam flotation filled and unsinkable for the ultimate in safety while fishing offshore. Before you buy any boat, stop by or call Defiance Boats today to ensure you are getting the very best glass boat your money can buy.
Fish on the back rod, here we go.
Who's up?
I got it. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, gonna lose him on the handoff. This rod finally gets bit. Run, baby, run. It's so crazy. We made a couple passes and it's just been so quiet.
Sorry, I'll get the boat. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Guess what?
Yep, I felt him.
I felt him. All right, there you go. Mango habanero just got bit. We got to put tuna in that bad boy, Aaron, but I like how he does this. Notice on the backside at the main garage there, double bead and a bobber stop extends those hooks all the way out the back so that really well exposed, even though I lost that fish. What's your leader length? 32-ish? About? Huh?
Yep.
24-inch bumper?
Yep.
About? 12 ounces out the back. VIP slider. Such a simple rig, but it works so well as far as when this weight gets hung up in the net and that fish runs, you're not going to break that fish off. These VIP sliders are fantastic. If you're not using them, you need to look into them. It's a game changer. Let's get some tuna in this one and get it back out there.
Rod's 46. Middle rod's 45. This is brutal. Clear that middle, clear that middle, clear that middle.
Ooh. Oh yeah, it's a runner. Finally on the spinner.
You all right, Duane?
We're in it. Hold on.
Watch that ledge at the tip. I'll come help you.
My line's still out there. This is all wrapped around the line that the fish.
You got a fish on here still.
So I can't feel them.
It's here.
Okay, I got you.
So you want to cut the bumper, or just know that this can run, Duane.
I got it. I don't want to wrap my fingers in it.
Okay. What am I cutting? This?
Start dissecting.
What am I cutting?
Don't cut the bright blue.
Of course.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
It's in neutral, buddy.
Yeah, he's still there.
Hey, that happened. That happened.
You can run now.
It's acting like a jack, though.
It is.
Or a Thule, or a... Oh.
Huh?
What?
That's a surprise.
What?
You kidding me? You said, please surprise us. Dealing with that tuna all day. There we go.
Clear.
Oh, yeah, huh? Who would have thought we're going to get that after all that chaos?
Thanks, Tony.
Hey, thanks for cutting the right line, right?
Yeah.
It's like cut the blue one. Well, they're both blue, so nice hen. Yeah.
Candy back.
That's a good spinner right there. That one's been performing for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, great
right
one.
On. Okay. Oh, we got a screamer. He's on the surface.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You guys okay?
In these conditions.
Duane, the goal's to switch sides.
I got you.
Because of the wind.
Yep.
Brace your guys' selves against the rail.
Oh, what a toad! Oh, nice big hen too. Best fish of the day right there, Jordan. I'm telling you, man, you knew the wind was coming up, right? And I don't know, 2 or 3 passes, and it kind of started getting a little bumpy. And then next thing we know, we're 9 a.m., 2 hours into the morning, and it's howling. That was, and you grounded out, buddy. I mean, 2 final passes to get Jordan his fish, and it's like, nope, we got to get that last fish, so we're doing it.
Well, there's no giving up.
Most people bailed.
They did.
So if I was running a boat, I'd be out of there. I'd be like, no, it's just a fish. But
3-footers are hard to get that speed down and that.
Well, talk about that. So we're, that waves are bucking us around, wind's pushing you around, you're staying on the motor, you're watching electronics, you're trying to get in a lane and stay in a lane. And we're talking about presentation of that 360. And when that boat's going up and down, so now you got a 360 that's doing this, but it's also like elevating and sinking and coming down. The back rods outperformed everything. They had the most scope out. They had, right? Yeah. And we're running those, 50, 55 out on 12 ounces?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so that boat's surging like that, if you think about it, and your gear's straight down with the 16s, 18s, and all that, there's a lot more.
Up and down.
Technology in the rods is taking that out, but
not as much as the one scoped out the back, which I think that made a difference in presentation and keeping it down as you're watching your fish on your sonar and stuff. Just it's right in their wheelhouse. So the original skinnies, the Brad's Cut Plugs original skinnies,
they did work today.
Yeah,
they did good.
Absolutely did well. So credit to you. Tough conditions as the morning progressed, but
it's a team thing.
We got all our fish.
You guys help out, clear rods.
Got all our fish.
Yeah.
Well done. Get those fish cleaned. I'll see you back at camp.
Let's do it.
A Northwest favorite for almost 40 years, Arima boats are manufactured with pride in Bremerton, Washington. All Arima boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why Arima boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. Arima can offer every boat with Honda outboard packages so that you can take advantage of the reliability and 5-year top-to-prop warranty from your Honda outboard. Call or stop by Arima boats today and let them help you get into your very next boat.
Yep, for sure. Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Oh, beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
that's good. Oh, no, geez, come on.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
Support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
Studio, there you go. A day out there, a morning.
Yeah, that seemed like a pretty quick whack and stack program right there.
Yeah, it's a 9 to 10 a.m. thing when you're with Aaron.
Yeah.
It goes pretty well. So we had a good time, battled the wind, he got us our fish, and boom, back to camp. So it was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's right. And I believe Stacy Peterson said he is
the best guide. I agree. Yeah. He's one of the top. So appreciated him getting us out there. All right, moving on as we get close to the end of the program for today. Thomas, I want to introduce everybody to Michael O'Casey. We'll just simply call him Mike. Mike number 2 for the evening. Deputy Director, Forest Policy and Northwest Program. So the TRCP, if you're not familiar with, that is the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. Welcome to the program, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
How are we doing tonight?
Yeah, for folks unaware of really what the TRCP is all about and what you guys are doing. So just real quickly, tell us what it's all about when it was formed.
Yeah, so we were formed in 2002 with the mission to guarantee all Americans quality places to hunt and fish. And since then, we've been around for about 21 years and really expanded our partnerships. You know, the goal of this organization was really around uniting fishing and hunting and organizations to have a bigger influence in Washington, D.C. and state politics as well. We've got about 63 national partners from Boone and Crockett Club to Bonefish and Tarpon in Florida to Trout Unlimited and on that all meet a couple times a year to really figure out what the biggest policies are to work on it. So we're a policy shop. We've got a bunch of staff in the Western states, as well as a headquarters in DC and an office in Missoula.
Dang, that is a wide net, Mike. Trout to Tarpon. I'll take Tarpon, by the way.
No kidding. I'll take Tarpon for 500.
No surprise there. Hey, so for folks that are new to the TRCP, you know, as an angler or a hunter, they're probably wondering like, well, what, you know, the work that this organization does, how does this benefit me? Can you kind of break that down for somebody who's new to the organization?
Sure. Yeah. So we're really a policy focused shop. There's a lot of great organizations out there that we partner with, like RMEF and Mule Deer, that really get on the ground and do projects, you know, Wild Turkey Federation. But our role is really trying to advance those things that are going to benefit fish and wildlife on public lands as well as private. You know, the Farm Bill is a big policy that we work on every few years. It's in play right now in Congress that has a big impact on private lands, as well as fish and wildlife and hunting access. And then, you know, we work a lot with the U.S. Forest Service and the BLM and other public lands agencies to make sure that their public lands plans have a net benefit for hunting and angling, from, you know, doing timber thinning for opening up canopy floor for summer range on mule deer habitat, and just advancing funding at the level that needs to happen to manage our public lands.
You guys cover the gamut. You're nationwide, main office, as you kind of stated there, in DC and other resources in Montana. What's the workforce? You got representatives with the TRCP in every state?
We've got representatives probably in about, I would say, well, we've got staff probably spread out around 20 different states, but the public lands program that I work under has staff in 8 Western states. And we're looking to eventually expand that. You know, for example, I know you guys work a lot in Washington State, and that's something that I cover from Oregon, where I live. And we'd love to eventually have field staff in every Western state, because as you guys are aware, there's, you know, we work on a lot of federal policy, but then state policy has its own nuances across the, you know, Washington's a lot different than a neighbor across the way in Idaho, for example.
Yeah. We wish we were more like Idaho.
Oh, 100%.
You said nuances. Yeah, we got a lot of hurdles that we have to jump over here in this state. So, Mike, give folks an idea. You know, this is a pretty far-reaching organization and program. What does the annual operating budget look like, and then how do you raise funds to support the effort to really, you know, like you said in one example, keep public lands public, keep public lands open to everybody so that they can enjoy the outdoors? What does that funding look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're I was just looking online. We're about a $9 million a year budget now in 2023. And about 60% of that is from grant revenue sources. And then the other 40% comes from corporate donations and individual giving. And we really focus on trying to put that money back on the ground. And most of that goes back to our field staff and program work in the West, as well as our marine fisheries and other programs. And yeah, we're looking to expand that with the new CEO we have, Joel Peterson, and really work to, you know, try to diversify some funding sources through corporate sponsors and individual giving, and expand beyond the grant work that has been a really great base for us, but try to get a little more, a more distributed fund source.
Gotcha. Okay, real quick before we get out of here, as a person tuning in, watching, just becoming aware of the TRCP, how can folks get involved, donate, become aware of what you have going on?
Yeah, the easiest way is just to probably start following us on our weekly email report called the Theodore Roosevelt Report. Those come out every Friday, and they kind of give a top 5 summary of some good news sources that hunters and anglers would be interested in, as well as what we're doing. And you can go online at trcp.org and sign up to receive those, or donate as well. Those buttons are right there.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Michael O'Casey, Deputy Director of Forest Policy in Northwest Program. I got to read it. Your title's so doggone long. Pleasure meeting you at Fish Camp. Really glad to get you on for a brief interaction here and make folks aware of what all the good things you have going on at the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. So we'll stay in touch. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, great to meet you as well, Duane, and have a good rest of the week and a good luck fall.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks,
all right,
Mike.
we'll take be in touch. All right, that is Michael O'Casey, the TRCP. Look them up, get involved. They're doing good things. Jumping out for a break. We come back. We're wrapping up the show. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you towards living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dreams through every stage of your home buying or selling process. And through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back. As we close it out, I want to thank our guests that we had on today, Michael O'Casey and, of course, Mike Zavadlov. Both those gentlemen, fantastic content within their own right, Tommy. So, hey, if it's the first time you've joined us here, take some time, jump on over to our webpage, www.fishhuntnw.com. They're going to find a lot of insightful information, lots of DIYs, great blogs to read up on. It also links you to all our social media platforms. Get on there and do what you folks do. Likes, follows, clicks, keep in touch with us via the social media platforms so we can stay in touch with you and interact. That's how we stay up on a lot of things going on. Also take advantage while you're there of the Edge Rods coupon code FHN20 at checkout. All Edge Rods 20% off all the time through Edge Rods and Fish Hunt Northwest. Coupon code again, FHN20 at checkout. And Phelps Game Calls, Fish Hunt NW10 at checkout. You're going to save 10% on all calls throughout the entire year. And we are in the heart of elk season.
That's right.
And if you don't have your calls yet, you're behind the game.
You are. Yeah. If you haven't started practicing your way behind the game.
If you haven't picked up a call as of yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be ahead of the game, you can, pick up a buck grunt and start going there, but you're way behind an elk.
Yeah.
So fantastic show. Great guests. Lots of in your face, fast pace. Mm-hmm. That's how we like to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
We got another fantastic week ahead of us. Weather looks conducive. There's a lot of fish out there. Columbia Extension through September 30th. Take advantage of that. There are still a ton of fish out there in the Columbia. So get out and get something done. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next time, right here, Fish Hunt Northwest.